She was heavy on my mind. Heavy on my mind. Tribes, how are you? Thank you and thanks for coming to my YouTube channel, That Girl Gigi. My name is Gigi and here we talk about everything from motherhood to traveling to whatever I feel like I want to talk about. So, unfortunately, I don't know if I remember telling you guys, but I had an older cousin who was like old, like she's actually 81 and she passed away. So I am, because I would check up on her and kind of help her with some things, I am going to be handling her arrangements. I'm going to be handling her arrangements, her funeral arrangements. It's kind of sad, just to give you what happened. Yesterday, my mom called me and told me that a detective had called her and told her that my cousin passed away. She hit her head and split it open, and I guess she was laying there. They said she was laying there for almost maybe a week and a half. I literally was going to go and see her today because she didn't come to my grandmother's funeral. And that's not, she's always kind of flaky, so I didn't think of anything of it. And I was going to give her the program to my grandmother's funeral. And now I have to make her arrangements. So she always wanted, she has a dog. So she always said, if anything happens to me, make sure that her ex-boyfriend gets the dog, a boyfriend that she had for years. So I'm on my way to Petco to buy a carrier so that I can take him to Atlanta. So that's what we're doing now. We're going to Petco. I may have to get him groomed also because he has very long nails and stuff, but I don't even know what to do at this point. It's like if it's not one thing, it's another. So I'm gonna take you with us to Petco. This is the dog. No, you just hold him. This is the dog. His name is Pouncer. And we are going to get him some things. I gotta get him some wee-wee pads. I'm only gonna have him for a week before I take him to. Go ahead, baby. Go. Bring him. Go, Pouncer. Go. Whatever. He'll be fine. So, this is what I'm doing. I got so much to do. So, I was going to Atlanta anyway. There's a girlfriend of mine is having a party for her son. For his birthday, not graduation. Look at my other post I said graduation. No, it's his birthday. So we're going to Atlanta for a day.
Can you carry him?
Yes. Listen, just leave him. He'll lay down.
Okay, you're all right.
He will definitely lay down.
No, he can't get back here.
It's okay. He'll lay down, Tristan. I brought him with me. It's all right, baby. He'll lay down. Just leave him alone. I know you're trying to be helpful. It's okay. He'll lay down. So.
I think you should just take his leash off.
Yeah, but no, leave his leash on. He's fine.
Oh, shit.
So this is the thing. So I was going to Atlanta anyway.
Turn left.
For one day. So now, her ex-boyfriend lives in Conyers, Atlanta, in Georgia, Conyers, Georgia. He was going to meet me.
Turn left.
He's going to meet me in Atlanta. At the Atlanta airport, and I'm going to take him the dog. He actually purchased the dog for her. So, which is, you know, I think she did tell me he purchased a dog for her. But he loved the dog just as much. So he's so appreciative that I'm bringing a dog. I was like, it kind of worked out anyway because I was coming to Atlanta. So it's just crazy how things work out. But I'm just on here to tell you guys that. What? Hey, come on, get up, move. You on my bag? He's in my bag. He's in my bag.
Oh, put it back here.
It's okay. I'm just want to tell you guys that that he was on my mask, sitting on my mask.
Oh.
You have to, you know, she was heavy on my mind. But I was going to make sure that I was going to see her today actually, and I had a program for her and everything. And my biggest fear was to find her in her apartment dead. I didn't find her, but the cops did, and that was my biggest fear. And that was her biggest fear. I had a key to her apartment and everything. So the fact that my biggest fear was kind of really what happened, it's kind of like, it's crazy.
In 0.1 miles, turn right.
We have to check up on our loved ones. We have to make sure they're doing okay. I mean, I'm going to always, you know, that with me just being who I am, it's always a woulda, shoulda, coulda. But, you know, you can help people, but for so long. You can help people, but because many people don't want, how can I say? Many people feel like they don't need any help. And and you could do but so much. You know, and I did as much as I could, being that I have a son also and I have to raise him, but I did as much as I could, but I just feel like I could have did more. You know, to be totally honest, I feel like I could have did more, but at this point, I don't know. So I say that to say, check up on your loved ones, go with your first mind, and make sure, you know, you don't want to be in a place of regret. Am I in a place of regret? Not really, because I did act up on, I think it probably could have happened earlier, because the reason that I did do a welfare check was because I didn't hear from her. I left her a message and I didn't hear from her. And I was like, you didn't call me back. What's going on? And, you know, I could tell she was going through some things or whatever, but every time I would bring up assistance or help or trying to do stuff, it was like going on deaf ears. So, I don't know if maybe I should have pushed harder, but then you could do but so much, like I said, you know, you don't want to force, you know, anybody but I will be cutting you guys back on when we go to Petco to get this carrier for this dog. That's Tristan and Pouncer. So we just got out of the Petco. I didn't really record in there because I was trying to look for stuff and I was getting extremely frustrated that I couldn't find some things. So I finally found what I needed. I got a carrier. I got wee-wee pads. I got a collapsible like water bin for the dog, and I got like some snacks, some biscuits and stuff. So once he get on the plane, he'll be fine, right? So, yep. So now Tristan is walking the dog. He's walking.
I don't think he gotta go.
You don't think he gotta go?
No.
I think he's just sniffing other dogs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. Sniffing on.
Like where this little dog and the big dog were like, you know, like when you hold it back by the leash and they're barking at each other. So the owner dropped the leash and the dog brought the leash back and gave it in his mouth. Oh, what he got to do? Brought it back and gave it to him. I think it's this one, so you might have to.
Yeah.
Took away a little left.
So, hello tribe. I have not been taping. I have not been recording. I kind of been in sort of like the dumps a bit. I am actually on my way to the funeral home to start the process of identifying my cousin with my mom and her preparing her funeral arrangements. So this is what I'm doing today in between work and everything else. So yeah, so I've had a couple of good cries to be totally honest, because at the end of the day, everything is not all peaches and roses, right? Just thinking about how she passed away and things like that. She was in her apartment by herself with her dog. We don't know how long she's been there. The longest probably would be like 2 weeks. It's a long story. I'm going to talk about it later. But I decided to have her funeral at a funeral home in Harlem, Bentis Funeral Home. It's you know, like a well-known funeral home in Harlem, and they provide excellent service. So they were very forthcoming, very helpful to me. So if anybody has a loved one in Harlem, go to Bentis. Not to say anything else about the other funeral homes, but I just feel like they're really good. So that is where I'm going now. And I'm going to try to keep it together. Every time I think about how she passed, I get emotional. But this is the cousin. Some people would say she was my aunt or whatever like that. She was old enough to be my aunt, but she was my cousin. She was my second cousin. She's my mom's first cousin. And, she always told me, Keisha, because that's my other name, it was, you were always my favorite. Or, before COVID, we would go to, I would take her, we would go to brunch at least once a month. And that was our thing. We would go to brunch once a month, get unlimited mimosas, get a little drinking. She started talking about, her, the things she did and her son's stories about her son and, Harlem and back in the day when people were hanging out and stuff like that. And, and I love to hear about it. You know what I'm saying? So I love to hear about it. She has this dog named Pouncer. And I'm working on getting Pouncer to Atlanta to an ex-boyfriend of hers that moved to Atlanta. So, yeah, he's been really helpful too. He was tore up when I spoke to him. But yeah, so that's what I'm doing now. I have to charge this camera because we know how this camera is, but yeah. So I will cut you guys back on when I finish doing what I need to do. And that is it for today. I'll speak to you guys later. What's up, tribe? Tristan, you ain't gonna say hi?
Huh?
So So we are on our way to get Tristan's haircut because we have to go to Atlanta. We're actually leaving a day before. We were actually going to leave for Saturday and come back on Sunday, but since it's going to be a nor'easter, we want to get out so that we're able to get out of New York. And so we're leaving early tomorrow morning, 7 o'clock flight on Delta. Yeah. So, like I said, because my cousin died, I'm taking her dog to Atlanta to give to her ex-boyfriend. And then I'm also going because a friend of mine is having a birthday party for her son. And he's gonna be 18, so we're gonna go and support. So right now, Tristan is gonna get his hair cut because he can't be going to Atlanta looking crazy. So that's what we're doing, getting him his hair cut and just getting stuff done. Since we pushed the day up, I have to pack and all that other crazy stuff. So this is what we're doing. I'm a little stressed. I'll still be working, because I'm remote anyway, but it's just been a lot these past couple of days. And then I'll be doing the funeral planning also from Atlanta with my mom, so she can go to the funeral home. However, I will be on the phone remotely talking about the plans. I think we're gonna change it up and do a burial at, you know, a direct burial instead of you know, a service, only because she really was a loner and really wasn't too keen on certain people. And we're also gonna do a closed casket because I know deep down she wouldn't want people to see her that way. So yeah, so right now we're going to the barber and I will pick you guys up later. And we're on our way.
Masquerade.
Yes, it's a masquerade party. Happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
So this is where the birthday party was at. It's a small little spot in Alpharetta, Georgia, and it's like a hookah lounge, but we turn it into I keep saying graduation party. We turned it into an 18th birthday party for Evan. As you can see, it's masquerade. This is the calm before the storm. We blew up all them balloons and helped my friend decorate. We had beads and everything. It was really, 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 really nice. The DJ was good. My son was helping. We just kind of turned this into a little party. So that's one of his friends that came, of course, early. That's me and my little mask, and that's Evan. Happy birthday, Evan. He is 18 years old. He just got accepted to Howard. So amazing, so amazing, so amazing. That's him, one of his friends. That is his cake. Look at his cake. Isn't his cake amazing? It's a New York Yankee hat, of course some Jordans and some money. We on our way out to meet our girl Tracy.
Happy birthday, Tracy!
Happy birthday, Tracy! So
I want a pretzel.
we are in Atlanta, and we just went through Clear and everything like that. Now our train is here, so we can go through Concourse B. But it's been so crazy. It literally took us like 30 minutes to like. It's been crazy. The trains are fast though, but it has literally been crazy. I couldn't even check in on my phone because
Welcome aboard the plane train. Please hold on. This train is
they
departing.
said that I had to check in. Hold on to something, Tristan. Up here acting like you can't. You're not supposed to hold on to the rail. You hold on to the rail when we in New York. We'll hold on to the rail when we in Atlanta. It doesn't matter. You have to hold on to the rail. So they went. I couldn't even check in on my phone. I had to go up to the counter so they could check me in. I was so upset. Like, for real. So now we're on the train, and we're going to Concourse B.
Please collect your belongings and walk your step as you exit.
Yeah, so we're going to Concourse B. But Atlanta is a lot. The Clear line was longer than our regular line. Like, really?
Welcome
What's
aboard
the
the plane train.
B23
Please hold on. This train is departing.
Said B23. Come on, only chance.
So just double check and make sure the bank is closed before taking your assigned seat.